Hello everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I do short lunch break with Shel video tutorials Monday to Friday at noon Central Standard Time, and when I get the chance, like tonight, I will pop on here live. So, I'm glad anybody who can join me. I'm glad if you cannot join me live, the replay is always on my Stamp with Shel YouTube channel. Okay, so tonight we are going to be having a play with the Global Design Project Challenge. And this challenge is to case the designer. And this is the designer, Anne Alexander, and her fabulous card. I'm sorry it's in black and white, but that's what I have. And we are going to case her card. And she used this image from the Mixed Florals. I'm going to change it up and I'm going to use this one. And for my greeting, I'm going to choose this long skinny one from Textured Notes that says, "You are seriously the best." All right, I'm just going to set that to the side for now. The colors that I've chosen for tonight are Calypso Coral, Basic, not Basic Beige, Crumb Cake, and Basic White. And I am missing a piece. This piece, nope. What did I do with it? Is it still hiding? I can always cut another, but I am definitely missing a piece. Let me find it. It can't have gone far, but I don't see it. So I will grab another piece of cardstock and we will cut a new one. I need 1.5, I think. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants on this one. So, I hope you're prepared for this crazy ride. Okay. Oh, I should leave my paper trimmer here. I have a bunch of 1-inch squares as well, and I'm going to cut these down even further. I am going to place them in the track and cut them corner to corner into triangles. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to need, so we're just going to do some. I'm going to try putting it down here closer to the bottom. Oh, I suppose that's right off camera for you guys. So I'm just putting the 2 points in the track, closing it, and slicing it. There's 2, I think 4 of each should do it, but I'm not sure. And I'm not even entirely sure that I'm going to use the Basic Beige ones. I might not. So, that's 3. This one will make 4. I'm going to do one more Calypso Coral. And then we'll do, oops, that jumped. Then we will do some of the Crumb Cake ones. 4 of these. One, I wonder if I can do 2 at once. Yes, I can. Look at that. One more. All right. Let's just dump all those little bits. Pardon me. All right. My thought is on on her card, she had this strip of embossed cardstock. I want to try something different. I want to try this. And I think this strip is too big. It should only be 1.25 inches, I think. Not 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches is too much. Just too bulky looking for my liking. All right, let's go back to this. So this is my thought. I'm going to alternate the halves of these squares, and instead of having that embossed piece that she has, I'm going to have this artsy fartsy panel. How's that for a term? Artsy fartsy. There we go. Hello, Carol. Well, my heavens, you made it. All right. There we go. You see what I'm going for here. And as you can tell, I cut way too many. So yeah, that's what I want to do. And I'm going to roll up my sleeves and get out my glue and start fixing this in place. And it's going to be a little tedious doing this, but that's okay. I think it's going to be worth it in the end. Just trying to make sure I get it pretty much straight. Heavens, got glue on my fingers already. I was in a super rush tonight to get ready for this video because I had no idea what I was going to do when I got home. And I had to get a ride home tonight with my husband because my car, the blower motor, decided to take a long winter's nap. And in the winter, I very much cannot drive without a blower motor. So I have the part. Now I just have to wait until after the holidays, if you can believe that, to get it installed because everybody is booked. And then there's going to be Christmas. So I'm put off until the 30th, believe it or not. That's a long stretch to go without driving my car. All right. This is a little fiddly, but I think in the end it's going to be worth it. Now, let's get that in place because that's not in the right place. That one is crooked. That one I cut crooked. Let's grab another one. I think that's what my problem was. There we go. All right. Just want to lay these out so I'm making sure I have enough room. I think it's going to be a tight squeeze, my friends, but I think we'll make it. So, are you all ready for the holidays? I am as ready as I'm going to be. Let's put it that way. There we go. One more. All right. So there is the piece that she has just used, an embossed piece. So we're just going to set that aside because we've got all that craziness out of the way. I've brought in a Calypso Coral. You're ready. Good, Carol. Calypso Coral card base, and I'm just going to put a basic white panel on the inside. Just a little place to write our greeting. And then I have a piece of crumb cake. So we're going to affix that one as well. Right down on the front. Like so. And then this one is our arch panel, and you'll see how we're going there. And then this one, and I know it's long, but that's the way she had it on her card, long. So I went long with mine. We are casing the designer. So I'm following her lead, but changing it up a little bit. Okay, so we have to work on this piece next. So I need some Memento black ink, and I need those gorgeous tulips, because I'm going to use the tulips, not the daisies, just to be different. And I'm going to go off the edge of the page a little bit. And I'll tell you why, because I need room to have this piece in, and I really don't want it covering too much of my flowers. All right, let's get this put on the Stamparatus. And see what we can do. And something like that. Pick that up. Get some ink happening. And give this a good press. I don't know where I put my stamp press. If you could see my craft room right now. All weekend I was taping videos. And now I have to take time to clean the craft room so I can start to find some stuff. All right, I like that. That's good as is. We're going to take a minute and clean this stamp and put it away. There we go. All right. Now we need to choose some Stampin' Blends to color our image. So I'm going to grab, obviously, Calypso Coral, obviously Crumb Cake, maybe Crumb Cake Light and Dark. And we need a green. I think maybe Old Olive. Old Olive. This is dark. Let's take the light one too. All right, let's see what we can do with these ones. Better put the cover on my ink before that all dries out. All right, I'm going to work on my leaves first. And I'm just going to go in with the dark one and just do a little bit of detailing with the dark one. And then we'll blend it with the light one. I don't know if I like that much dark. Maybe I'll go a little lighter handed on that dark one. Maybe I'll just go down the centers, the vein of these leaves, because I'm finding it a bit dark for my taste. Something like that. And I need a different shade of green for, I'm going to go Mossy Meadow Light on these tulip stems, just so they're a different shade than the leaves. It's hard to tell what's there. It is. So many lines there. It was hard to tell which one was stem and which one was leaves. Oh, you didn't get it cleaned up yet, Carol. When I was talking to you one day this week, or last week, you were headed there. You obviously never made it. Or got distracted. Oh well. Life's too short to spend it cleaning all the time. Make a big mess, and when it gets, when my craft room gets so I can't find what I'm looking for, then I'll have to take 10 minutes and clean it up again. And when I say it's a big mess, I just mean my desktop. I don't mean the whole craft room. Oh, you got it messed up. Oh, so you've been creative. What have you been working on? Christmas cards? I'm sure you must have had those all done. All right, I missed this leaf over here altogether. If this wasn't a video, I might take a little more time on this. Oh, more Christmas. Oh. So hard to see what's going on there. I'm just going to color it all green. There we go. That's enough green for me. All right, now those little white flowers, I think I am going to make them, things that make you go, I'm going to take a little scrap of white. Okay, this is Petal Pink Light. I'm going to color them Petal Pink Light for now. They might become beige after. Just see how they dry. There we go. Just need a little bit of color on there. All right, let's go to the Calypso Coral. Oops, wrong end. Boy, is that end ever mangled. Holy. All right. We're going to start with some dark. And then we're going to blend with the light. All right. I'm just going over this a couple of times, darkening it up a little bit. All right, let's see how those pink flowers look on the beige. I think they're okay. All right, we are going to make sure our card is right side up, and we are going to add this to our card front, centering it on our matte layer, like so. All right, now we have this piece to bring back in. I think to add a wee bit more interest to this, I'm going to emboss it. What do you think of that? Yes or no? I just want to add some texture. I'm trying to find something to add. There, how about that one? That'll work. Now I need to find my little guy. And I need a number 4 plate, I think. Oh no, this is a skinny one. Maybe not. Maybe I need 2 little plates. So I'm just going to put this guy in here. Like so. And we will run this through and put some texture on there. No, we won't. That is not the right sandwich. And neither is that. All right. We'll get this yet. There we go. That feels better. Oh, we missed the bottom end. Let's do the bottom end. My plates were out of alignment. There we go. Look at all that beautiful texture. It's going to look cool. Now, let me get rid of these plates and this machine. And this guy can go on here And I'm just going to line it up with the white. Just like so. All right, let me get some glue on here. And I'm going to go pretty heavy because it is embossed. And right along the edge of that white, oops, like so. All right, now we get to bling it up. Let's see what I can find. Shades of green. No, I don't want that. No. Oh, those pearls might look nice on there. Pearls of Beauty. And I think we need a little bow. I think we need a little bow. I really wish I had crumb cake is what I'd like to have. I have some retired, but it's too thick. So maybe we'll go with linen thread, and that's going to be too thin. So bear with me a moment. I'm going to go to the retired bin behind me. I really thought I had some Calypso in my retired bin, but I don't see it. I don't see any at all. Let me have a look. One more look in this drawer, and then I promise I'll just pick something. Yes, that was everything falling on the floor. I'm going to use this one. That is actually terracotta tile. So that tells you how old this ribbon is. But guess what? We can get away with it. We can get away with it. All right. Thank you, Carol. I'm just going to put a little bow. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a loopy bow. I think that would look sharp on here. Let me cut off a piece of this linen thread, because this is a big area here. I think I can get away with a loopy bow. Let me get some of this ribbon pulled off this spool, because we're going to use a lot of ribbon to make a loopy bow. All right. I think I'm going to go 3 times instead of just 2. And then we'll cut that off. And where's my snips, or my tweezers? And then I'm going to use my tweezers to hold my bow, so that I can tie up the center with my linen thread. And then I'll tie this in a bow. And then we'll zhuzh this up a little bit. And trim off these tails. And play with this little bow in the middle. There we go. Trim that off. Now we need some glue dots. Some glue dots. There we go. There is our loopy bow. Not perfect, but I'm getting better at them. The more I do them, the better I'm getting. All right. And I think that ribbon is close enough. Now let's grab some dots. I wonder if I'm going to use the beige ones or the orange ones. They're both very pretty. I think I like the neutral ones. I think I like the beige. All right. I'm going to fight with the putty on this stick. I just put a new thing on here. And I always twist it too much. Oh, heavens. All right, there's one. Then we'll take a little one and cover up that oopsie. I don't know whether you noticed there was a little dot there. And one down here. My putty just keeps popping out there. All right. That, my friends, is our case of Anne Alexander's card. That's hers, and this is mine. Now, I don't have a greeting on there, and I was supposed to. Oops, I goofed. So, I've already got that dot on there. I may have to move it. So I'm going to grab an ephemera pack. Just bear with me a second until I find it. Oh, that's Christmas ephemera. We don't want that. That's last year's Christmas. I'm doing good. I'm grabbing all the Christmas ones. That's great big words. Well, well, well. Oh, I found something. I don't know what's in here, but it's not Christmas. Oh, I think I just seen something about Easter. Happy Easter. How about that? My first Easter card. And it's not even Christmas. Yeah, I'm going to have to move that dot because my greeting is going to have to go there. Come on, turn over. There we go. My greeting is going to have to go right there. Now, I'm wondering, as I often do, if it needs to be matted. I have some scraps of Calypso coral here, as well as Yeah, I think it does. I think it needs to be matted. Let's get some glue on here. Just center that up. Trim it. And we'll pop this one. I'm just going to need one dimensional because it's pretty high on the other side. So I'll put a little glue on one end. There we go. Actually, I can go right out to the end. Just like that. There we have it. That is our card for today, my friends. That is our card for today. And our inside's just plain. All right, that's our Global Design Project Challenge 528. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be back soon. Bye-bye.